Yeah, that's a pretty solid lifestealer carrier and a hero they probably want anyway. Enchantress now, so not the Undying, but it is a form of double heal. The attendants with the Wisp. It's a whole party of Wisps. It's big Wisp and little Wisp, little baby Wisps. I love it.
Oh, the more I look, the more I see NIP don't really pick the bat even when it's available, so maybe they're not huge on the hero.
I could have sworn that they played bat a decent amount, but I guess I'm misremembering.
At least not lately. Other big offlaner, though, the Beastmaster is still in. On the one hand, he's single target versus the IO +1, but he also has a ton of vision. Of
what
course,
about
just
Necro,
like,
dude?
good hero. Necro's all right.
I like that
Against
against
enough damage to get the scythe to work.
True. But even just like the decay aura, you know, it helps mitigate some of that stuff. Like he's a Shiva's buyer. That's also nice.
I like Invoker versus the IO +1s lately.
Yeah, sure.
Like a Spirit Vessel Invoker.
Okay, well, we're going physical damage now. We've got the Tide, a little bit of team fight, big cooldown.
Tide Disruptor.
And immediate Beastmaster the other way. So Vision with the IO, obvious synergy there. Nice to have somebody that can really easily start fights, pretty tanky to just run around and scout things out, and then IO can follow up with a relocate.
Oracle's very tempting here because they have the Beastmaster. You can actually like kind of deal with the boars a little bit.
5 seconds remaining.
They covered their Beastmaster pick with that Ench pick as well, right?
I'm still kind of digging on this Disruptor you threw out there, though. Obviously amazing against Wisp. Now, Nutso. What about Witch Doctor? No, it's Wyvern.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a better one. That's actually an amazing
That's
pick.
actually so fucking good, dude. Amazing against Beastmaster. Amazing against Sven. Pretty good versus Wisp. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's 10 out of 10. That's just like better Disruptor here. Because like Disruptor obviously punishes the IO +1, but kind of struggles in lane versus the Beastmaster.
Oh, buddy.
Not going to be able to handle it as well.
And right now, they're pretty much all physical damage. So the save from Cold Embrace is everything about this hero is perfect right now.
And they want to rely on that Cold Embrace, so they actually ban the Invoker themselves. Okay, I thought that still looked really good for them, to be honest.
I see why they're afraid, though.
No Sunstrikes.
I get it. Queen of Pain, good ban here, something nice and mobile. I still don't hate Puck.
Do they have enough damage? Probably. As long as Puck is like a good start.
I mean,
Puck can't buy Spirit Vessel, though. And they still don't have a Dispel for the IO.
So, okay, Spirit Vessel potential and a Dispel. What are our options here? I mean, you say Spirit Vessel, and I think Kunkka, first thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, you don't need a Dispel in NIP. Like, they don't have one to save their own IO if anyone on NIP buys a Spirit Vessel. So, like, yeah, Kunkka comes to mind with the Invoker being banned.
I see what you mean now. I got you.
Yeah, I got you.
I feel you.
Ember's Spirit Vessel's, like, kind of okay, and they've banned the Invoker. Maybe they're covering that.
So not a Spirit Vessel carrier, but what about TA? Good call on the Embers. They banned it out. Is TA an option here? Plays fast with a Lifestealer Armlet build? Roche control? Although they're not last
I see
pick.
a lot of pressure on Tidehunter and Wyvern and Rubik. Like, I feel like I still would like a mid player with, like, a stun.
You need,
like some sort of
something
catch.
really safe here in terms of matchups. I think they're going to go DP or something really kind of lame and team fighty like that. You know, really. I think they would pick Lina if it was available. Oh, Lesh. Okay, I like this a lot. That's something that can go driver's seat. That's pretty fast. It's TA-esque, but obviously has some other advantages. And snap.
Oh, the mid snap. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's a lot of damage. I heard BSJ call mid-snap a bit of a meme on the NA panel, and that just blew my mind. I was like, I don't think
that's some NA
BSJ
analysis right there,
any
dog.
other region, dog.
Yeah, that is some NA analysis. Mid-snap is pretty legit as far as I know.
It was like top. I mean, I get what he means, though, because it is. I do agree that it actually is a little like...
The Ags is meme-y. I'll give you that.
Well, let's just say that if this patch never changed, I don't think it would be as popular as it is now, which does give it meme status. But it did catch me off guard when he said it. But, you know, I actually will give BSJ some credit on that one because
it's definitely
I think he's a little bit right.
Statement, though. I mean, it's definitely good. The Ag in him is a crazy tool. Snap with like XP and farm can actually drive a game pretty well.
But I think it relies on some certain cheese, and they do have it. They have the vision from the Beastmaster, right? So I say this every single time I see the Snapfire Aghanim's. This thing is completely and unbelievably broken as long as you have vision. Because the cast range, I don't know. Every time I say this, someone gets surprised. So in case you guys don't know, the cast range of the
Wait.
Aghanim's
Let me
is the
guess.
same as the ultimate.
Oh, really?
Was that you being surprised? Thank you.
Holy shit. Yeah, I didn't know that. I was going to guess a number. I was like, wait a second. Wow, that's...
Yeah, so
Okay.
that just means that basically it's like a crazy long range, right?
Yeah.
So
Like
in order to
3,000
capitalize
or
on that,
something.
though, you need vision. And now they have a Beastmaster Hawk, so that's pretty scary.
All right.
But if you don't have vision, I've seen several teams throw away leads because they get too aggressive after that 20-minute eggs on the Snapfire,
Mhm.
and they just fire some poor sap on their team into like 4 heroes, and they miss the stun.
All right. Well, so which draft do you like better? Best of 3, game 1, elimination series. What's the call here, Trent? Mudgolems or NIP?
I would say mudgolems. I like their lineup. I'm not super confident in the pacing that NIP can hit, but I like what they're going for. It just means they can't screw up many ravages, is what sticks out to me. Tide can be a difficult hero to really like pressure. Like,
Isn't
the
that
map,
always
right?
the case?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's the case when you are the team that needs to put on the pressure,
Yeah.
and that's why long cooldowns can be hard in those situations.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Certainly a
Like,
game where sometimes the threat of the Ravage might actually be more deadly than the Ravage itself.
It is when you're winning too, especially. Like, that's like when you get that one pick off, and then the Tidehunter just stands in the tier 1 tower, knowing that you guys can't TP and defend because he's just holding Ravage. That's like peak Tidehunter.
100%. Yeah.
Because then you move to another tier 1, or you just move to the tier 2, and the situation hasn't changed. He's still just standing there holding Ravage, and you're just like, can we fight this? Is this gonna go well for us?
Yeah. Now, I have not seen as much mid-left.
But I mean, the last time these guys met was at ESL, and that
Okay.
was a 2-0, I believe, for mudgolems. Yep.
Did my mic just die?
Yeah, they took down NIP. NIP ran a very similar lineup in game 2, at least. They had the Ench and the Beastmaster. And they had kind of a fast-paced mid in the TA, but they are more anchored by like a Morphling instead. So we'll see if they can do a little bit better this time. In fact, they lost both games to the Mudgolem's first pick Lifestealers, so that probably gives some insight as to why this happened.
Hey, Trent, can you hear me?
I can now. Why?
I don't know, because I feel like my mic just died. I'm gonna unplug my mixer and plug it back in since we're paused anyway.
Oh no!
I don't know what just happened. It was weird. Oh, now
I
it
was
looks
wondering why
okay.
you weren't talking.
Well, I was, and I looked at my volume. I was like, why is my volume at 10%? What the fuck is happening right now? So looks like we're okay. I flicked the switch. Hopefully, no, I'm gonna go ahead and reset anyway.
Are you back? Oh, I flicked the switch. You're gone, bud. Classic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that Zyori is having some
Check.
technical
Check.
issues.
Hello.
Good thing there's a pause happening. This is very convenient.
Hello.
I better go retweet that we're live here, helping out Beyond the Summit. Don't worry, guys. I got it under control. Oh, Zyori. Man, again, very convenient technical issue. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm just going to work under the assumption that you can. Also, hello, Dota TV. But anyway, I hope Zyori just becomes my observer. Good thing he lives in a house with like 18 microphones, so I shouldn't have too much of a crisis here.
Check.
Some drawings on the map here. Well, let's go over who's playing what, because we haven't done that yet. It is Fada on the Ench, Getter on the Sven, Barniha on the Snapfire, 3-3 on the Beastmaster, Milan on the Io. Any mix-ups in terms of the lanes? I highly doubt it. Everything looks the same. Yeah, Snaps mid, Beastmaster doing his normal thing. It is Lesh mid as well, so let's see. I don't see his camera moving. Hopefully he'll lock you guys onto a hero or something.
Chill, baby.
All right, he's going to try and fix.
You look ravaged.
All right, he's working on it, guys. Oh, he's on the last track. At least I can see his little camera. Yeah, I don't know, Zyori. I would just go grab a mic and, tank the first minute. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Just follow the Lesh rack. We'll go from there. And look, you picked the right hero anyway. Gets the stun into the open wounds, but he's gone. Denying and friendly beeps.
Hello?
And Milan currently up top with 3-3 on this Beastmaster. So that's kind of interesting. Not having the Ench and the Beast together. Even the Io up in the top lane instead. Maybe trying to bully Saberlight a little bit. Saberlight rocking the Ethereal Tidehunter. Wow. Spooky.
Check. Oh.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
Hey,
Well,
you sound good.
yeah, this is a handheld mic, though, so I've only got one hand for the keyboard. Oh, no. Did my $500 microphone just break, Trent? That's really weird. I plugged in a new one, and everything worked perfectly. So I'm going to be like Odie Pixel in this shit, Couchcast style, when he's holding the mic like an MC, because I don't have a stand for this one. At least it's like upstairs or something. I think I can run and grab. I don't think I can obs the whole game like this.
Yeah, just run and grab it.
All right, I'm going to go run and grab the stand. I'm just going to lock it on the Sven down bottom for you, bud. Sorry
All
about
right,
that.
we're on it. It's okay, guys. Sometimes mixers just break. That's just how it is. And look, he chose the right guy again as the stun comes out in the Saberlight. All right, well, let's talk some Dota. I know you guys are locked in that bottom lane, so I'll keep most of the attention up there, and I'll give you the audio cast of Charlie chasing a boar up top. He got the last hit on 3-3's boar. I know you guys were all wondering. Very costly damage onto Milan's Io, though. As they, even though it was the lifesteal like barely not even focusing, Misha was just hitting him the whole time. But down bottom here, you got Era body blocking the small camp to ensure that's not going to spawn for a pull for Fada. Saberlight takes a big chunk of damage from that early impetus. Misha going to lose his courier up top, and Fada just not really afraid of the level 1 Rubik here. They're about to crack into level 2. They have a Mango for a stun if they want to try something with the Ench slow, but I don't really think this is a easy kill to go for.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to attempt it.
Did we miss anything? No. First Blood brought to you
No.
by Monster Energy on Saberlight.
Saved it, bud. What did you do? Did you grab the stand?
Yeah, I'm setting it up.
All right. Milan guarded by a boar now up top. He's still good. And in the mid lane, which we haven't seen yet, 12-2 versus 9-1. If you guys have not played Stat Mid, I highly recommend it. It's not that hard. You have all kinds of cheesy stuff you can do with the cookies. So that makes it kind of fun because there's kind of like a skill, like a very high skill ceiling for this hero because of all the shenanigans you do with the cookie and the creeps. And then you have a wave clear with a scatter blast. You can enable random allies when they come through with the cookie. And if they dive you under tower, if you have a little shredder, you can even lower their armor.
Oh, yeah.
Kinda
That's
cool.
handy.
Yeah.
Some utility there.
Although I don't think you skilled little shredder, so I mean, some matchups maybe. But I don't know. It's cool stuff.
I have to admit, I don't know that much about Snap. I have not really played her all that much. I have not really seen her in the
she
core
is
role.
So fun to play. If you guys haven't played Snap, now is the best time to do it. Just play it in Dire Tide and build that Aghanims and try it out and see how fun that thing is.
That's a really good point, actually. That is one of the upsides of Dire Tide. It's amazing for just learning heroes that you've been wanting to try in a mode that's sort of enough like Dota, but not quite Dota.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you throw a couple Dire Tides with your crappy Earth Spirit plays, right?
Boy, you're gonna lose 2 candies. Oh yeah, I still haven't played Earth Spirit. Well, I was gonna play Earth Spirit, and I was like, you know, I think he might be just kind of bad in Dire Tide.
He's not amazing. He's not the
There's
worst.
like some good aspects, but yeah.
Okay, so I'm finally settled in here, Trent. Thank
You're
you,
good,
ladies
huh?
and gentlemen, for sitting with us. Yeah, that was a live mic swap there, stand and all. So
It wasn't quite like the pit crew timings that you see in like F1 or anything. I don't think you're winning any awards.
well,
here.
now if I had known it was the microphone and not the mixer, I could have done that a little more quickly. But
That's true.
you know, that's a
That's
pretty
right, it was
rare.
troubleshooting and a change.
Dude, that's a rare happenstance that your microphone. Like, I think my microphone just died. It's like a light bulb going out. An LED with 10,000 hours. Like, whoa, it's done. It's over. That was its millionth click. Oh, oh my. So, 1 kill in 4 minutes, but a 1K net worth lead for mudgolems already. 33 TP. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, he's got a big wave coming here too. He wants all this XP in. Oh, I have an IO. Oh, of course I do.
Oh, that's handy.
Headdress, tether, 6.7 HP regen with nothing running.
That
is
is
crazy.
quite nice.
That's like half a tango.
Yeah. It's no biggie. That's what Wisp does for you, bud.
Some pretty good control here. Milan trying to get that wave off the camp there. But oh, he got the aggro over to the wyvern though, but they can't seem to draw the wave. They're trying. They can't make the connection.
Who would you say this more passive laning phase benefits more? You know, 1 kill, 5
Radiant.
minutes. Definitely Radiant.
Yep, I think so.
Mid going pretty even, and actually, given how passive it's been, there's a solid gap between the Sven and the Lifestealer. Skeeter in a pretty good spot. And he's
The
not
thing
even
that
going
worries
max
me-
cleave either. He's got 2 points in Stormhammer.
With the speed that I think NIP want to have to make this game at least like in their favor, the Snapfire Agnes is going to come out at like this perfect time. If she gets one of these like bracer into Ags at like 20 minutes, it's so hard to push into that. Because I've been talking about how like the vision's so important, right? This concept of like you're trying to gank with the Snapfire Eggs. Well, if you're also trying to push in these towers and everything, that's basically just like free knowledge to your opponents of where your positioning is.
That's
And it
true.
just takes one of those little bombs in there, and it's very rough. Now I will say Tide's an excellent hero for countering that. Like, even though the snap was picked after, the Tide Hunter does break up that whole chain because of the Kraken.
Certainly an option there. Rotation top from the Snapfire, but not going to find what she's looking for. And Bora Niha, I think, going to be forced to walk it back mid. So attempted rotation, and 6-minute rune was a bottle and snatched up by Supreme. Ooh.
Every mid snap does that level 6.
Uh-oh. Bora Niha almost in trouble, but rotation from Milan going to keep him safe. Fairy Fire.
He has Soul Ring. He might be dead.
Oh, here come the globs. Mortimer kisses. Can he catch Lesh? Now, Lesh is a little bit fast, so maybe better for the jukes, but Supreme, Wisp is going to get it.
Jeez.
It is
Missed
actually
so
the
many of those,
Snapfire,
too.
but that was pretty close. That was a good try from the Lesh.
Yeah, there were some solid jukes. But yeah, the second you hit 6 on mid snap, everyone just walks up the river because they can't see you, right? You're just like camping in the river in this area, and you can just ult them under their tower. You just like hit that entire lane from there. Because it's like crazy far.
It's crazy far. 2-0 now. Mudgolems really off to a good start.
Or Niha not even thinking about the bracer right now. Might just go straight to the Agnes after this Windlace.
Top lane, the Split Earth will be off the mark, but should still be enough for a kill on 33. Charlie very low, though. Milan does still find it. The help from the Necronomicon will get the kill.
I didn't even see them because of the Edict explosions. I couldn't tell what that unit was.
Yeah, me neither. I was a little
It's like,
confused.
what is even hitting him?
But yeah, that's the Necro Book. It is a Necro Book level 1. And honestly, I think Mudgolems are pretty happy with that trade. Not great to give a kill to Lesh, but Lifestealer is that key target you want to slow down early on.
Supreme's going to try and double dip here, though. But he's against a Beastmaster, so this is spotted. Not so sneaky. Now you just let him sit there. Look at this waste of time.
I don't think this is going to work out for him.
No, I mean, the Beastmaster can see him. There's no way it's going to work.
Yeah, like, this is... And you know you're against a Beastmaster, so if you're Supreme, you should be thinking, like, with this positioning, like, all right, 33 is really not giving me anything here. And now you've got to deal with double boar. This is almost scary. Of course, Lesh has a lot of damage. Doesn't kill either of them, though.
He just takes the wave.
I think aside from Beastmaster with Primal Roar, double boar is his scariest moment at level 5.
Yeah, the boars are freaky.
So, oh, okay. Look at the Tidehunter, bud. We're going to see the Meteor Hammer rush again. Now, I heard Gods talking some shit about the Meteor Hammer rush Tide after that series we cast yesterday. And, of course,
I missed that.
That was a bit of a slaughter. But, yeah, he just said he's not sold on it. It was one of many things that the losing squad yesterday did weird. But I don't know. I kind of get this. I think laning-wise, the stats are incredible on a hero like Tide, and being able to slow siege this tower it's something. I mean, he forced out the glyph already.
It fits the pacing they're looking for here, too, I would say. Also, oh, yeah, I was going to say, they definitely have a ward there. Because Saberlight, the Ench just tried to dive behind the tier 2, or the tier 1 and the tier 2 to grab that courier, and so he knew that there was a ward that spotted that Meteor Hammer being flown in.
Meteor Hammer. So what do you think about the Meteor Tide overall? Are you sold on it, or are you in the Gods camp? Are you skeptic?
I would say that his items are... He doesn't really have a super hardcore, like, core item on this hero anymore. Like, just because it sort of changes. Like, it seems like a lot of times you can get away without Blink now. And then you also kind of want to get Vlad's. And then some games we like that, like, Deso build. So, I don't know. I kind of like the Meteor Hammer.
It's really a pretty cheap item.
I'm willing to give it some more chances.
Yeah, to me it's a worthy investment because it's just not that pricey. That's the other aspect of it. And it has such an amazing build-up. Crown and Perseverance. Who doesn't want those items? Oh! Oh! Fada, you dog. That was badass. That was the Battle of the Slow. 55% on Enchant, 40% on the Gush. So Ench, superior in that situation.
Yes.
This is quickly balling, though, Trent. 4-1, 3K net worth favor at 10 minutes. This is very quickly getting big for the Mudgolems. Relocate now. Ravage, well
the
timed.
Split Earth?
Split Earth on 2. Borniha's here. Skeeter still alive. The Wisp is low, but he's going to shred Supreme. Now Saberlight, he'll be in trouble, trying to run his way through the trees, but clipped again. And the Tide should be going down here. Rubik on the way is level 6, maybe looking for a steal. And that rotation will be enough to repel the likes of the Mudgolems. Okay. Still, that's a Ravage down, and they get a kill on the enemy mid. 1-0.
And they even just went right back to farming. So, pretty much best case scenario for our Sven is he has a heavy lead and very far ahead of his counterpart of the Lifestealer, who is the lowest of all the core heroes in this game right now. That's a big problem.
Yeah. And he's going for the Armlet build, which I do like. I think Armlet's fine, but he's not going to go for some crazy farm accelerator, right? He's getting a fighting item. So this is going to be even more pressure on NIP to take some fights. And, I mean, this is a scary moment when you're up against a hero like Sven as Lifestealer. You're very much committing to, we need to win some mid-game fights against a hero that can go for a fighting build, Mask of Madness and Echo Saber, and still has the built-in Great Cleave. And these are the kind of dynamics that contribute to me not really liking the Lifestealer. Why, when we saw them first pick Lifestealer, I went, oh, this is one-dimensional. Things have to go pretty right for Lifestealer to look amazing.
Yeah, but they just got 2-0'd the last time by Mudgolems first picking it. So, like, you got to think that those are two of the matches that they really watched. So,
I guess,
like, why was it so good for them, I guess? I mean, that was a month ago, but still.
My conclusion is it has to do with the other lanes. It seems like Lesh is the only one that's really doing... Well, no, that's... I don't know. Tide's doing fine in terms of farm, but they've lost this tower already. It's truly just a farming dynamic against the Sven. It feels like Sven just does so much more. He fights and farms. Lifestealer can't really do both as effectively. Plus, you've got the Wisp who has, what, a 12-minute mech here, Trent? Oh, that's going to be real fun in the mid-game there, bud.
It's also just the laning matchup, too, I suppose, is not very good.
Beastmaster. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Misha with a Winter's Curse. Sets up a stun, and that'll save the Lesh. Maybe hoping that they could follow up with something more, but not going to find it. Lifestealer rotating through, but he still doesn't have the armlet. So he will continue farming away, now focused on this Ancient stack. That's pretty nice.
Wow, that's a 13-minute eggs on Boraniha. These things have been getting faster and faster, man.
Jeez.
Think about the fact that he is only like 400 gold behind the Sven, who's been like farming double stacks and like ancients and stuff. What an incredible game. All right, who we chucking in?
We're yucking? Nope.
Oh,
We're
they're
going
going
up
up to save
top.
the Beastmaster.
We're relocating.
Oh, they fired in the mid lane instead. They just cookied. They didn't even have
Okay.
to fire anything.
All right. Well, I followed the Wisp top, so they kill Misha mid, and they don't get anything with the relocate. That was interesting.
All right, there goes. All right, this game is in deep trouble. Deep trouble.
Yeah. Charlie going to be able to make it away, but now this tier 1 mid going to be under assault. Glyph does come out, and they'll look for a tower trade up top, but Boraniha makes the rotation alongside the Beastmaster, and they will mount a defense. Some rotations mid, but the tower's already fallen. And I don't think Saberlight should go down here. More TPs, though. Mortimer kisses. Uh-oh, I spoke too soon. Skeeter. He's got the stun. The kisses are flying. And that's another one up for the Sven. Now Supreme. TP home. He's got it. No Primal Roar there, and no Stormhammer.
All right, do you think Fada's going to finish this Midas, or do you think he'll go Glimmer? I have seen him build Midas lately.
I think they're far enough ahead that he's just going to build Midas. It's a win more item at this point. Glimmer seems so boring for a game where he's
isn't
not.
Glimmer a
he's
win more
deathless.
item too, though? Like, why don't you just buy Glimmer?
I see what you're saying.
What a great change for Ench that item has attack speed, by the way. Like, that's actually so sick for this hero.
Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. I forgot I turned my textures down a while ago. And look at that. Oh, the Wisp tossed in. And they'll find an easy pick onto Misha, but it might go back the other way. Fada now falls. Wisp with a relocate. Not going to be able to make it work. He is coming back in, though, so Boraniha going to try to defend the Wisp. Nice stun.
timing.
That was perfect from Supreme. Good Yules as well. That stops the tether, and now I think Milan will be popped. See ya.
So this has also been a common theme, the IO plus Snapfire strats. So one of the other things you can do is that if the IO is going to be relocating back, like sometimes to their death or something, you can just gobble them up.
Oh.
And it cancels it. And then it'll just pop back out next to you.
That's a pretty cool interaction.
Yeah.
Gobble them up, spit them out. Does the gobble up, they always stay in your belly for 3 seconds, right? Or can you spit them out early?
You can spit them out early.
Okay.
But after 3 seconds, they get ejected.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ejected. I see. They pull the
I-
ripcord.
Yeah, puked, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
here we go.
Dota looks way better with textures, Trent.
Oh, yeah, you were cranked down. Probably had to look at Dire Tide, man. Jeez, that menu.
It was from the Dire Tide fog. Yeah, we were getting frame drops when we were making a video for something, so I had to lower all my settings, and I completely forgot. Thank you, Twitch chat, for catching me on that.
They weren't enjoying the potato PC look.
Well, most people were, but then one gentleman complained and started a ruckus. Those rascals. So, BOT's now out on Snapfire. Now, this is the point. What do you do next?
BKB, MKB.
Oh, okay. The MKB actually does let you scale a little bit. Probably pretty good with the old scatter blast and a
It's
little
because your
shredder.
talent's at 20 and 25. Yeah, you get the shredder used to your attack damage, and then you get the 3x multi-shot.
Okay, I gotcha.
So,
All
like,
right.
the BKB you get now to just facilitate everything you have, and then by the time you have your BKB and you're winning all these fights and you get close to 20, then you pick up the damage items of the MKB.
That's brilliant. What a beautiful build that is. Like you said,
It's
nice
really
and
good.
easy, very straightforward, but super well-rounded. Damn. I'll play some
Yeah,
Snapfire.
she's fun, man.
I always like having a Snapfire on my team.
Did you see that Rubik ward distance, by the way?
Yeah.
He just warded that cliff from so far away with the Aether Lens, but I think Borneo still saw it.
Standing right on top, and it's dead.
Oh, that wasn't even a fresh sentry. Okay, yeah, so he actually just did it right in that sentry range.
Yep. Up top
Where are we
now.
going?
Supreme.
He's already dead.
Yeah, they didn't even need to relocate for this. That was just like Mortimer kisses into his own Yules. Talk about a game where defensive Yules isn't so useful.
Yeah, not a lot of fun here.
Ended up being kind of the perfect setup. So 9-3. 6K net worth. Sven continuing to accelerate now. A good 4,000 net worth ahead of the Lifestealer. Interesting choice from Skeeter, though. He's actually skipping the Aghanims right now. He's got the BKB already, and he's got Daedalus in the quick buy.
I can see that with Snapfire and IO, that buying more mobility when you're already this far ahead is a little unnecessary.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if you've played Sven recently, but when you buy the Ags, you sometimes have those moments where you're like, I kind of wish I could just throw a stun without committing my body. Most of the time, you want to have the mobility so you get in the back line, but you do have those moments where it's like, I'm not going for that, but I would have thrown a stun if I didn't have Ags. So
I'll tell you what, this Meteor Hammer has been pretty bad this game. It has not helped him get this Blink Dagger any faster. It helped them like get the tower like kind of quick.
Helped them kill the tier 1 bottom that they didn't really defend anyway. So
yeah,
well done. Roche goes down. That's Aegis. Big Ravage does connect on at least 3. Follow-up Meteor Hammer.
The tether.
Fada might actually go down. He's the first casualty of this fight, but BKB from Skeeter, now the winner's curse. Milan not going to have nearly enough damage to finish him off, but it does set up a nice split earth. Milan and Fada dead in exchange for Supreme. Stolen Primal Roar. Charlie still alive as now 33 goes down. This is a huge fight for NIP. Skeeter still alive, though. Cookie. Aegis still standing. Blink Dagger comes out on Saberlight. Now the mech.
Still have ulti.
Tether. Regen.
Snapfire bottled it. It's like, yeah, you're not getting this.
All right. Well, so another one of these skirmishes were obviously good for NIP, forcing the buyback on Wisp. It gives them a little bit of a net worth gain. We'll check out this recap if it ever pops up. But they still get Roche on the Radiant, and they still walk away with Aegis. So they get the big objective. It's not as big of a punishment as it sort of felt like. I guess
considering the state they were in, I think that was a huge win for NIP.
Yeah.
I did not think that was going to go nearly that well for them. Like, the Stolen Roar was really helpful from Era. Just like, that might have been where the fight just kind of got the final stamp, I thought, from Mudgolems, and then he just like turned it right back around on the Beastmaster. Because Sven, it kind of looked like he had a moment to actually get some damage there, and now he's going to have that back again in 15 seconds so they can smoke and try and get another kill.
Yeah.
Maybe try and target. I guess the only problem is you're smoking into Aegis relocate. You can't even like go for someone who doesn't have the Aegis, because Sven just shows up anyway.
And still 50 seconds on Ravage. Charlie, bottom lane. He's going to go blow for blow with Skeeter. Might need to be a little careful.
The Beastmaster.
And on the other side, Misha's here. Does have to use the Winner's Curse a little bit early. This time won't be able to set up for anything. Or Niha does get a stun. Saberlight's here, but no Ravage. Trying to set up onto the Snapfire. 33 with a good Primal Roar. Leshrac now in trouble. It's Misha that falls first. Or Niha in deep, but Milan topping him off. Buyback now from the Wyvern, but Supreme will fall. It's a messy fight for NIP. They get a kill onto the Snapfire there, but Skeeter with the BKB trying to decide if he wants to commit to something here. Now things starting to spread out.
God Strength this whole time.
And he ends up using the Mask of Madness to try to make the escape. Saved by Milan. Really weird engagement, but it does favor the Radiant. Not by much, though, actually. Even with the buyback, the Wyvern was still profitable.
Tied it. 540 gold for that, eh?
He's living it.
And they have Ravage, and they probably... Oh, no, he has Cookie. Hera chucking it on a creep in the middle. They have to stun up the IO. That's pretty good.
All right, Trent. Let's spice things up a little bit. You're trying to get some action here. Will Sven die this game? Currently 5-0-0. Trying to get some action here. Are you thinking Skeeter's going to take a death? Because I'm thinking he might end this game deathless. Aegis deaths don't count, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, that's a toughie. Can they kill... No, I think he'll die.
It is possible for sure, but...
I'm not convinced they're going to win this game.
Really? You're still that confident in NIP?
Well, no, I just mean, like, I just don't think it's, like, over enough for me to say that he's not going to die.
Okay.
Because some of these fights should have been going better, I think, for mudgolems.
I agree. I think they could definitely tighten it up a little bit, but... I'm just having
Give me
trouble.
one blink ravage fight, you know.
I'm having trouble seeing this Lifestealer ever really close the gap with the Sven. He is going to go for Assault Cuirass, great item, and actually getting pretty close, but he is getting outpaced, and that gap is accelerating. Sven is now a full item ahead of him.
Now, you want to see another big difference between China and the other regions. In China, they rush the Aghanims on Leshrac.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh. Let's say,
They
what
usually
is
get
that?
it like after like one item. They'll go like Yules into Ags.
So that's the while Pulse Nova's active, Lightning Storm hits random targets every 1.5.
Yeah.
Bada.
It just gets one little lightning bolt down on someone. But it just has like a crazy slow, right? It's a very interesting Aghanims, but they all build it.
Well, I think there is a lot of merit to the automated stuff like that. You know, where it's just mindless. You do what you would do anyway, and it adds extra damage.
Now, I will say the downside to me is that it's random and it's a 750 radius. So
it's true random. Like, it doesn't even prioritize heroes. It's just straight. Like, you can counter it with
I believe
profit.
so, but I'll double check.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure last time I looked up, it was just straight random.
Yeah, that makes it a little less good for sure. Aegis expires now. Dire hit a nice scan. And they are going to find somebody. It's Skeeter. Does have the BKB. This could be a big kill, though.
Oh, it does prioritize heroes. My bad.
All right, Skeeter's dead. There you go.
But it won't hit units in fog, which makes sense.
Okay, prioritizing heroes, I'm in.
Yeah, that's
You
a big
sold
deal.
me, bud.
That makes way more sense. But yeah, there he goes. So
So Skeeter's dead. Milan's dead. And you're starting to look like a prophet right about now. The hell was that? What?
Blink Ravage.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I take it. I was actually
well-
looking at Leshrac. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I mean, now Fada's going to get caught down bottom. Like, obviously, Ravage was used, but it was just a weird movement where they got the Dire hit him with a scan as they rotated up, and they started to back out, and the Sven sort of got left behind, and they sandwiched him. So it was a combination of a good scan, but it was a weird movement to kind of ditch the Sven like that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And now they've lost 3, and what was a growing sizable lead, a little more manageable now.
Man, what a nosedive their win percentage just took on the Dota Plus. It's just like, oh my god, they're dying. How are they losing heroes? Game's all confused.
Yeah, it's updating in 10% intervals. Sell, sell, sell. All right, Ravage up in 60. Shiva's coming out on the Lesh before too long. Mentioned that in the draft. Great item this game. Try to reduce that healing a little bit. Fada did indeed go for the Midas, Trent.
It's a 5. Oh, good thing, I guess, this game, huh?
Yeah.
He's got the drums, too. Man, they are speedy when they're tethered up like this. 742 move speed on the Isle. What the?
Was that with the drum charge? Yeah.
Why was wait, what?
Oh,
Why was he
it's-
going 742, but Sven wasn't? That was weird.
I guess Warcry plus drum is kind of a cool interaction with that.
Yeah, I guess maybe the oh, there's no way they pop drums.
Oh, it must have been the phase boots on Sven. Or no. Oh, geez, that's the other way around. Fudge. I don't know. Oh, and also Essence Ring out on Wisp. That's pretty,
Oh, that's a broken one.
pretty god
Yeah,
tier.
That's really nice.
Dire's
And Halberd completed on Saberlight. So now they do at least have a tool to get a reset against Skeeter when the BKB's not active. And Skeeter is looking for that Aghanims. Now Supreme.
Yeah, he had the Satanic queued up. Oh, I couldn't catch him with the blink. I'm also surprised that he blinked north. I thought that it wouldn't be far enough, but he got enough distance. And
It's
then,
because the Lesh is so fast. When you have BOTs, Yules, and Blink,
Yeah.
you get a little more leeway.
well, smoke countering here from NIP. So first off, last smoke perfectly timed as the Aegis was expiring anyway, right? They killed him with like, only been like 20 seconds or whatever since the Aegis was going to expire. So it's just generally just a good time to smoke up and try and chase someone down. And now smoking when there's a potential chance for the spawn. Now it's 30 seconds away this time. Of course, we know that, and they don't. As they get a telescope for the Radiant. How good is that this game? Happy Beastmaster.
It's
Kind
okay.
of happy Sven if the IO is holding it, but he has Essence Ring, so I highly doubt he wants to get rid of that.
It is not the craziest telescope game. That's for sure.
It's really good for Snapfire, actually. She might take it.
Orb of Destruction on Sven,
They
though.
just telekinesis while they had the Munch inside, but that saved the Sven from the Ravage.
Is this going to be enough? The disarm's done. BKB on Skeeter. There's your winner's curse. Everybody's still alive, but some big cooldowns have been used. Now Skeeter's free, and he's ready to fight, and he's dying quick. Primal Roar. Wisp saves him. Skeeter's still alive. The relocate's just enough. The cleave is still flying. It's Saberlight that falls first. Charlie low. He could still survive, but no. Skeeter's got the damage.
Depressing.
NIP are going to get rolled in this fight, and now it's full retreat. They'll chase down Supreme. He's one speedy bugger, and they actually won't be able to get him, and they let the other supports go. A TP out right in front of him, but it's a 2-0. A crazy save from Milan.
Oh, man. The Fairy Fire is coming in clutch there. I thought it was the Essence Ring for a second.
Oh, the Wisp Fairy Fire. Oh, that's
And
amazing.
He got those swapped in. That is the time to do it. Wow, that was kind of unfortunate timing for the Tide. On the one hand, he caught the two of them, but because the Sven was eaten inside, then he didn't get stunned by the Ravage. He just popped out after as the timer was expiring in like a second anyway.
Yeah, I had trouble calling it. At first, I thought it was a great Ravage. Then by the end, I was pretty convinced it was not really that great, actually. Yeah, they throw the Beastmaster in. Era still alive for now. Skeeter, Boraniha pressing forward. Rubik in big trouble, and they've got more than enough, I think. Cold Embrace does slow him down a little, but that's all it does.
Man, they did a great job of controlling that Sven BKB too, but they just couldn't get through in the end there before the IO could make that save.
Yep.
Such a sad fight to lose when it feels like you did so many things right for NIP.
Just as it looked like it could swing in their favor, Sven hits critical mass alongside the Wisp. Now there's a cheese on the Wisp. He's obviously had that full data list, and the Aghanims is a-coming. Skeeter is scary, maintaining a 7K edge on this Lifestealer, who is now working towards the Abyssal. Basher, Assault Cross, Armlet. This is a good kit on the Lifestealer. I like how he's building. It's still just such an up-road hill for Charlie. Let's take a look at Dota Plus. About 80-20.
They have to ravage the IO and just throw everything on top of the IO while also winter cursing as many other heroes as they can. That's the really frustrating part of this, but that's really their only choice. Like, he just has way too much heal right now.
Tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
And the pressure continues. Bottom tier 1 goes down. They've got a siege creep. They've got this Hellbear Smasher for a little extra attack speed. Okay, well, they did. That's the Shivas now. So it's something. 25% to mitigate healing. Every little bit counts, I think, at this point.
True. Yeah.
Do they have a Spirit Vessel? Did anybody end up buying one? I don't think
No.
so.
It couldn't really fit it. I mean, Rubik, there's a debate for, but
I was going to... Do they need 2 Aether Lenses? For Wyvern, I get it. I know it's really good on Rubik, but I don't know, man. Spirit Vessel is really freaking good this game. Sven in a weird spot now. He is brought down low, saving the BKB. And that Aegis tether broken as he jumps across. Supreme okay, but the Cold Embrace setting up for Mortimer Kisses. Now the Yules, a lot of damage. Sven's got the Dispel, and he will find the kill. That talent coming in the clutch there. Winter's Curse flies, but it's purely defensive. Whoop.
they just keep sending him in.
33, he flies forward. He's got himself a Primal Roar, but they got to use it on somebody. This might be his death. The Ravage is good, but it's not going to be enough. Saberlight saved by the Cold Embrace, but now they turn on to Charlie. He does pop the Wisp. Skeeter, remember, he still has that Aegis, but he's popped the BKB now, uses the stun, and gets the kill. Charlie, done without buyback. It's a 2 for 3, so messy fight for the Mudgolems, but still pretty bad for NIP at the end of the day as they lose their 1 and their 2. Yeah, recap not showing that Lesh kill, so not the full picture.
Man, that Cold Embrace did so much work on Tide there. It actually took him from 300 health to 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah. That is nuts.
Yeah, I guess he's
I
got
don't know.
almost...
I guess I underestimate that ability sometimes.
Well, especially on Tide, right? He's got 2.6k HP, so the percentage is damn significant. And Tide does have a quickening charm, which is also quite nice. Get that Ravage down to a 130-second cooldown.
Well, more importantly, puts your meteor hammer at 20.88.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So, yes, repeating, of course.
You gotta nuke waves, dog. I mean, haven't you played Dota before?
What is it? You gotta shove the lanes.
Yeah, you know, how else are you gonna soak if you can't shove?
Suck. I miss the dangle and the tangle. Yeah, tangle a dangle or whatever it was. Yeah, that was great.
The MKB is coming on Snapfire now, so that's another big boost,
Talk
let's
about
call it.
A cookie cutter build, man. This is every single person does this. Yeah.
But, man, she's damn tanky, too. 3K HP on Snapfire.
Hell yeah, she's a strength hero.
I know, but still, it's you forget, right? You think of her as this int support, but 3.3 strength gain per level. And this build, it's just tanky enough. Still an 8-second BKB. Lets you play nice and aggressive.
Yeah, she's weird like that. Because like you have to be in the front line for half of your spells.
Yeah.
But then you also have these crazy long range ones as
Okay. That was a little weird.
Ben hops out of that one.
How did he do that?
All I saw was a flying hammer, and I'm not sure what happened.
It looked like he canceled his hammer while he was flying. Like it got disjointed, but I don't know what caused it.
I got nothing.
I'd have to look at it again. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, I know. I have to see it again, too. I only caught the very end. I saw a trailing hammer. I didn't know if there was like a blink or something.
That
Someone
must have been
blinked out
it.
when it was
Yeah,
falling?
maybe the tide blinked out, and that's who he was
Okay, yeah.
chasing.
That's usually what happens.
The Rubik had a blink too. The Lesh has a blink, so yeah, probably
Yeah, it
just
was probably
a
just a
dagger.
blink.
Scanning.
It's hard to tell which target he's on when they're all kind of clumped up like that.
Yeah.
But now the natural upgrade for Sven. He's picked up the Silver Edge and is now basically 6-slotted. Doesn't have a Moon Shard. Can synth the Aghanims and grab a +1. I was thinking Satanic, but there it is. He had the AC queued up and now switches it over. But Silver Edge, just a nice utility item. One more tool in the chest for Skeeter.
Yeah, it's the tide, right? And then they can, because now if he gets thrown in by the Snapfire, he can instantly Silver Edge after stunning the tide and try and kill him.
Also amazing against Lifestealer Trent. Feast is really good, and if he doesn't have that, I think Sven can kill him. So
Okay, I mean that's pretty cool too, but
also
haven't we changed Untide to death?
also Arcane Supremacy. Let's see it here, though. Smoke up from NIP. Supreme in the front lines. Sven jumps onto the creeps. Awkward timing there as the rest of his team gets initiated on, but they don't really find the angle, and now Supreme going to be left behind. The Yules rendered ineffective as the BKB gets popped. There's the winner's curse. Sven in the front lines, but again, purely defensive. Saberlight.
Why are we meteor hammering that?
Yeah, I don't know, but it didn't work. And now they're going to go in. Fada, he does get stunned up. It's a decent Ravage, but the BKB from Bora Nihao is there, and there's just no follow-up. Charlie catches a bash onto Skeeter. Some follow-up from Supreme. 2 buybacks used by the Dire now, but Sven jumps back in. Skeeter's going big. The disarm slowing him down, but the gobble up is there, and they are running out of options. NIP getting put to rest. Diebacks on 2 of their heroes, and they might not GG here, but this game looks close to over. Skeeter on a tirade.
Yeah, I would not blame them if they decided to. That, man, Milan is really good at these little jump backs, and it's even more effective with the Sven than it is compared to, like, I picture, like, Io Drow as being a combo that used to do that a lot, where you just, like, grab them, pull them back, like, 900 units or whatever, and keep lasting it, or then just keep slaying,
GG.
but, yeah, now they're just pulling back the Sven and throwing in that Aghanim stun, so he just, like, right back in there.
All right, well fought. Mudgolems looking good through most of that game. Got a little sloppy in the mid-game. A couple of moments where it looked like NIP might be able to claw their way back, but in the end, the Mudgolems reign supreme. Another great game with the Wisp. Brilliant execution. You see why they want to first pick this hero. Milan definitely had at least one save that game that turned the entire match. Set up that
was
rush
like,
too.
Yeah, too good of a draft to fail, it kind of felt like. I mean, especially the lead that they built up at the start. This was just super solid stuff from the Mudgolems.
Yeah.
Again, yes, they definitely floundered a little bit in the mid game. Like maybe had some ill-advised like Snapfire fire-ins on like 3-3 and stuff like that. But once they cleaned it up a little bit, the game was completely theirs.
Look at that graph at the end. It's that tells the story. It was all Mudgolems except for that 5-minute stretch there. They made a little boo-boo, and then they brought it right back. So There you have it. Elimination series, though. Mudgolems now leading 1-0. Trent, old buddy, old pal.
Yeah. I'd like to see better initiation options from Ninjas in Pyjamas because they couldn't make any plays. Their best play was like Meteor Hammer Tidehunter walking at buildings until he had a blink at like what? I don't even know. 20-some minutes?
I suppose we could take a
that
look.
came out pretty damn late. Because he went for this Meteor Hammer first, then the first roach
It was
happened.
19-minute, just about 20 minutes on the dot for the Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
And then he
so
had Halberd at 27.
I think they just might have needed like even just a position 4 that can make some plays a little bit easier without having to steal like Roar or Cookie or something. Not to say Rubik's bad or anything, but we just then if you're gonna run the Rubik 4, you might want a mid that can do that better. Like we were looking for the playmaker and they went double push instead, but then they never really pushed because they end up so far behind in the laning stage that if they were to
Yeah.
approach a tower, 13-minute Snapfire Ags is just gonna destroy you.
Absolutely. Well,
Picked.
Mudgolems leading now. We're going to go into a quick break, and then we're going to come back for Game 2 and see what happens. Stick with us, folks. More Dota 2 coming your way after this.